demonstration. A video. Well, there's hundreds of videos, but now there's proof that there's video footage of Baby Oil Man in sexual positions with high profile men and women. But before we get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is only the opinions of mine and others. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is allegedly. Give me a minute while I get my baby oil and I'll be back. Can't do a demonstration about baby oil without having a bottle of baby oil. Make sure y'all get y'all baby oil. Now, it's really starting to hit the fan. Just as we all expected, these videos, the who's on the video footage, it's been confirmed. It's been confirmed that Baby Oil Man has video footage of him and high profile music executives as well as politicians. Now, this one particular video, the high profile individual don't know that they're being recorded. Yes. They don't know that they're being recorded. Also, we're going to be getting into this new accuser. Now, the new accuser is saying that Baby Oil Man SA'd her back in 2018. So we're going to be getting into that as well. Let me salute my chat. Salute everybody on the replay gang. Salute everybody in the clouds. Let me see who's in here with us. Salute Marie. Salute Eartha. Salute Aunt Esther. Salute Londa. Salute Sharon. So, like I said, we all have been wondering and we all have been waiting to find out exactly who's on these tapes. Now, I've said it, and I've said it from the very beginning. I know that there are some big fishes on the tape. However, I do believe that there are sharks on those tapes, meaning there are people that's on those tapes that are bigger than just your regular music executives. Salute, Miss Parker. We talking politicians. We talking, the whole 9 yards. Salute, beautiful nightmare. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the attorney of the second accuser. All right, let's start off and hear what the attorney of the second accuser have to say. And I promise y'all are in for a shock. Y'all think that I was bringing y'all shocking news before? Wait until y'all get a load of what the second accuser attorney has to say.
So was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is.
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
Wow. Salute my mother's keeper. Wow. So tapes have been up for sale. They have been, this is getting deep, y'all. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. This is getting deep, y'all. There were tapes. The tapes have already been in circulation through Hollywood. Let's listen, y'all.
Already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is.
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
So that's like a form of blackmail. Look, do you know that you're on tape? And do you know what you're doing on this tape? Now, I could sell you this tape before it gets into the wrong person's hands. You can't make this ish up.
Correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on.
No, I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really?
What I say, y'all, I said, they are looking for some sharks. I said, it's some big fish. Baby Oil Man is a big fish. And there are other big fish on those tapes. But I said it before. I was the first one to break the news to everybody. There are sharks that are on those tapes, meaning there are people that's on those tapes that are bigger than Baby Oil Man. Let me backtrack it.
And purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow. Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on.
No, I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
You
can verify it.
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my. All right.
Wow. Was y'all paying attention? She said that it was definitely a porno. I'm going to just call a spade a spade. She said that it's definitely a porno flick. Salute Capricorn Chronicles. Appreciate you pulling up. She said it's a flick. And she said that Baby Oil Man is definitely in it. And she said that it's a high profile individual. She says she see who this individual is. Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess at who could it have been in this footage, this porno flick with Baby Oil Man and this high profile individual? Anybody? Any names? What do y'all think? See, once again, when you let things play out, what's done in the dark comes to light. When you let it play out, those that think or thought that they got away with it, no. You got to be held accountable. Salute JFK. And this is what I stand on in this whole Baby Oil scandal. Baby Oil Man has to be held accountable. Look, he got a track record that dates back 25 years or longer. He has a long track record of being involved, affiliated with violence, right? Extortion, kidnapping, sex trafficking, racketeering, and the list goes on and on. Salute, TT. I'm in the bushes listening. Appreciate you for pulling up, TT. And make sure everybody pulls up at 5:30. I think it's 5:30 or 5:45. TT, let me know the exact time your demonstration. Just Me TT is doing her demonstration on Kim Porter's book. It's going to be Just Me TT, and I believe not on my watch. So after this demonstration, I'll probably make this a short demonstration. But make sure everybody pull up on Just Me TT at 5:30. She's going to be reading. She's going to be going over Kim Porter's book. Salute, Leslie. Salute, Leslie. Appreciate you for pulling up. Salute. Are you in the Instagram group, Leslie? If you're not in the Instagram Rock Squad group, Leslie, let me know and I'll add you to the Instagram Rock Squad group. That's where I send the links to. But Baby Oil Man, also, it's a second accuser. Let me just go ahead and let the whole thing run, and then I'll come back and give my commentary. Make sure everybody pulls up at 5:30 for Just Me TT on her channel. On her channel. So let me backtrack. Miss Parker dropped her link, Marie. Miss Parker dropped Just Me TT link.
Question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, Diddy. And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at
Okay.
a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping.
So he had those videotapes in his Atlanta home. He had his Atlanta home booby trapped. I call it booby trapped. He had the Atlantic home booby trapped with hidden cameras. And as she said, the high profile individual is looking, but the high profile individual is looking as if they don't even know that they're being video recorded.
They're being surreptitiously recorded.
Mm-hmm. All right. I wanted to ask you about the police report we talked about, but when your client came out, obviously the neighbor knew. Did she talk to her family? Did she talk to her friends? Did she have another lawyer? Let's go back to your client.
So at the time, she, as most rape victims are, they feel a lot of shame.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to vocalize what happened to them because then it makes it real. So they kind of internalize it and get over it. Mm-hmm. And due to the high profile nature that it was Mr. Combs who did this, she was afraid for her life. She was concerned that if she was to come forward and say something, that no one would believe her, because we're talking about 2018 when Mr. Combs was still pretty much at the height of his career, still very much so an icon and influential figure. Mm-hmm. So she's just a young girl from Northern California who's gonna believe that he had done something to her like this. So she didn't tell anybody. She did not hire an attorney. All she did was make the police report in the hopes that maybe the police would try to investigate and come up with anything. But she said she kind of felt from the police that they were disregarding what she was saying, even without saying Mr. Combs' name.
All right, let's stop right there. Now, one thing I can say, and I spoke on this a minute ago on a demonstration. Why do women wait so long before they bring this up or file the charges or, tell anybody? And I can honestly say, and in this one's situation, she felt as though nobody would do anything. She felt as though the police wouldn't do anything because of Baby Oil Man's status. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I got to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm going through this on my job. If an individual is being protected, if the individual is being protected by the powers to be, meaning the people that's in position that can hold that person accountable, if they are being protected, it's like you know for a fact, ain't no need in me telling on so-and-so because they're not going to do nothing about so-and-so. Salute the Nethia. Salute the Nethia. So you have to look at Baby Oil Man's power. And you have to look at, he's been getting away. He's been getting away with all kind of things for 25 years or longer. So now you have these victims, and I'm sure that he's talking ish to them. Who you gonna tell? Who? I dare you to tell somebody. Who you gonna tell? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I got enough money to buy the judges. I got enough money to buy the police officers. They ain't gonna do nothing to me. And when you see this person operating like that, you know the power that this person got. So this person does something to you, especially for a female. Especially for a female. Females are the lesser strong when it comes to men and women. Even though some females can put a man on his ass, but let's just be honest. Female strength-wise is weaker than men. The mentality of a female. So going into it, if something happens to a female and it's a person that has this power, it's a person that's been getting away with all kind of stuff for all these years, the female feels vulnerable. The female feels like unprotected. Nothing is going to happen. So for a lot of y'all that's wondering, why haven't these females, if these things happen to these females, because I once wondered why they never said nothing. But now as it's playing out and I'm seeing the type of power that Baby Oil Man has, it's clear to see. I'm going through that situation right now. And I'm sure some of the people that work with me, they in my bushes, they know what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about your ass. Salute the Nethia. The Nethia says it's not just women, it's men also. Look how long it took Oprah and Tyler to tell their stories. Exactly. Tyler Perry was another one. You know what I mean? Tyler Perry was another one that was molested as a child. So when you know, look, if I go and if I report this individual, they ain't gonna do nothing. They just gonna brush it up under the rug like ain't nothing happened. So I might as well just keep my mouth shut. And this is why victims go for long periods of time. Do y'all know that there were many victims that went to their graves without revealing the things that happened to them because they knew? Take, for instance, a daughter whose mother boyfriend, or a daughter whose mother husband. It's a case that I'm going to be covering. This happened to a 14-year-old girl, the aunt's boyfriend. The aunt's boyfriend groomed her for 2 years. Ended up getting this 14-year-old pregnant. They don't know. They believe that the 14-year-old is dead, but they don't have no body. But I'm going to be covering that case maybe tomorrow. But you have these females and men that go to their graves without telling anybody because of the way that things is set up. And that's why I tell y'all, we cannot condone the sucker-ish. Meaning, if somebody, if it's a man or woman, I don't care how much money they got. I don't care how close they are to you. If they are harming children, if they are harming women, if they are harming men, now if they're doing something to these men, women, and children against their will, then you have to be a voice for that person. You have to be a voice for that victim. And that's what we have to focus on. There are a lot of victims out here that don't have a voice. There are a lot of victims out here that don't feel protected. Salute, Suntan. But I'm going to go back to some more of the attorney. I just wanted to share that with y'all. We have to stand for these victims because today or tomorrow, I could be a victim. You could be a victim. Your loved ones could be a victim. So don't look at it as, oh, that don't have nothing to do with me. That's not none of my family members that happened to. So I'm just going to mind my business. We've been programmed to mind people's business when we shouldn't be minding their business. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But when we should mind their business, we turn a blind eye. When it's some messy stuff, oh, we're going to mind they business. We all up in their business when there's some messy stuff going on. But when it's a victim and that victim needs somebody to protect them or somebody to stand up and fight for them, we don't want nothing to do with their business. We don't want no parts to do with their business. Oh, that ain't me.
So she didn't feel any confidence that revealing his name would have done anything.
Sure, sure. I mean, but there's a police report.
Yeah.
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the criminal complaint that was made. I'll attach the number so everyone can see that this is a real number and can go to the police department there and request their own copy of that police report that was made back in 2018.
Well, that's going to be a huge deal when it happens, obviously, so we want to follow up on that. Did Mr. Combs have any reaction? Do you know if he was interviewed? I mean, he was named in the police report?
I don't think so. Based on what she said, she really felt that the police were trying to bury this and disregard her claims and not really investigate, which is another reason why a lot of victims don't report these things to the police. We have to address the elephant in the room is that we have victims, especially women, who go to the police who are typically men who don't actually investigate these things. They victim blame, they victim shame, and women don't feel safe or even protected to even make these claims because they don't think they'll be taken seriously, nor will their claims be investigated.
Right. Well, your client should be.
And that's what I was just saying. It's like, you know, when you go to report something, and it's a shame that, you know, for a female that not feel protected by the police. In this case, baby oil man. And there's a police report. And they're going to get into the actual police report. I'm going to let y'all hear them get into the police report. But she didn't give a name. Some people might say, well, why she didn't give a name? Why didn't she give a name? If baby oil man, she made the police report. So why didn't she give baby oil man's name for the police report? All right. Let them finish. Let me let them finish, y'all.
Proud of herself for filing that claim and making that call and going for help because that's a huge deal. And of course, these are allegations. We want to say that. What was it like for you when you got this phone call, when you realized what you were going to be stepping into?
After talking to her, I just wanted to protect her. I just wanted to help her. She seemed as somebody very broken by this experience. And it was very concerning for me to hear her saying these things and expressing this very deep trauma associated with what happened to her. I just wanted to make sure that, number one, she was heard and we can get her voice to the masses, and maybe Mr. Combs will actually, like right now we're starting to see, will actually face some type of consequences for what he's done.
Thanks for watching. Go to...
And that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, look, y'all, look. Yes, there is a conspiracy to tear down Black, successful men. There is a conspiracy. And the conspiracy to tear black men down didn't start yesterday. You know I'm aware of all of that. I'm a black man. I'm aware of all of that. However, we cannot always use the race card. We just cannot, black people. I have to be 100 with y'all. I have to keep it real. Black people cannot always use the race card. There are situations when the race card has to be used. I agree. Like racial profiling by the police. Yeah, you better use that black card because that's a black issue. We do get racially profiled as black motorists. And that could be a black man, a black woman, or a black teenager. That's when the race card comes into play. On loan applications at banks, discrimination suits, that's when the race card comes into play. The redlining, when it comes to housing, when it comes to education, yes. The race card, yes. It's a black thing, yes. However, when a black man, a black woman, or black child does something that's against the law, whether it's against God's law or whether it's against man's law, because according to Jesus, Jesus said, give Caesar what's owed to Caesar, meaning Jesus even let us know that you cannot break man's law. The law is the law. So now if you are a black person and if you are breaking man's law, if you're going against man's law, you cannot use the race card. Because if you are found to be guilty, how can you use the race card? Okay? We can go deeper. We can go deeper into this because I know most people is going to say, Shane, that's true, but why they don't do the white men like that, like they doing baby oil man? There are white men that had those same accusations, and there are white men that are operating under the same umbrella that baby oil man is doing. They ain't get locked up, Shank. And that's a good point. But you're missing the point that I'm making. You're making the point that the white people, the white men should be held accountable just like baby oil man should be held accountable. I'm making the point, let's take the white people off the table because this don't concern them. This concerns a black man that took advantage of people because this black man had money, power, and this black man had friends in high places. This black man used these people, abused these people, and confused these people. So this is not a race thing. Last time I checked, the victims are men and women of color. Last time I checked. Now, if it was a white man, if baby oil man was white, we would use the race card. We would be on that white man's bumper so fast. See, that's messed up. The white man, he molested them black people. The white man, he did this to them black people. The white man, whoop woo 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 woo, and bang bang bang, and shoot them up, and they let him go. We would be on that white man's bumper. Well, why we are not on the black man's bumper for doing this to black people? It's no way in the world that you can convince me that baby oil man should not have to be held accountable. Now, if it goes to trial and he's found not guilty, guess what, y'all? I gotta backtrack all these demonstrations that I done on baby oil man. That's if it goes to trial and he's found not guilty. I'll backtrack and every demonstration that I've done on baby oil man, I'll do 2 to clear his name. Like I said, I'm going by the video of him assaulting. I'm going by the video of him attacking Cassie. That's what I'm going by. I don't know what y'all going by. I'm going by that right there. And then not only am I going by the video of him attacking her, I'm also going by the video that he made apologizing. So what do you mean they're trying to tear a black man down? What do you mean it's a conspiracy to shut him down, all because the deal with him and Ciroc didn't go through, or he bucked on the terms and regulations with the deal that he had with Ciroc? What are you talking about? That don't got nothing to do with him being held accountable for what he done to Cassie. Shank, but she hung around. It don't make a difference how long she hung around. That don't make a difference how long she hung around. What the point is, he had no business attacking her. He had no business holding her against her own will. That's where it starts at. That's where it stops at. She could have hung around for 30 more years. It still didn't warrant him. It still didn't give him a right to attack her. And until we start holding these celebrities, we got to stop worshiping these celebrities, because in the Bible, it talks about worshiping false gods. It talks about idol worshiping. What do you think the idol worshipings are? The idol worships are worshiping these celebrities, these entertainers, these athletes. Those are not the people that we should be idolizing. And then when they turn around and they do something that's out of pocket, when they do something that's go against God's law, when they do something that go against man's law, we quick to say, I wouldn't have never thought she would have did that. I wouldn't have never thought he would have did that. We have a serious problem in our community. I'm talking to the black side of the family, white folks, immigrants, and everybody else. I'll get to y'all later, because I have to hold y'all accountable too, because y'all got some responsibility in this as well. But for right now, I'm talking to the black side of the family. We got serious problems going on in our community. And until we stop turning the blind eye, it's only going to get worse. We keep sugarcoating stuff. We got to be politically correct. Man, the hell with being political correct. The hell with sugarcoating stuff. Why can't be, let me tell you the truth and let me give it to you how it is, and it's up to you to accept it. We've been operating under this for so long. The whole corny and lame, all that plays a part in this. People be really saying, Shank, yo, you really call yourself corny? Hell yeah. Because I know what going against that. I know where the corny and lame people is at. They winning in a major way. I'm corny as hell. I'm lame as hell. That keeps me over here. I'm trying to tell you. But that's how I operate. I can't speak how you operate. Everybody operate different. I'm scared. What you scared of, Shank? I'm scared to go to prison. I'm scared to go to jail. No, not you, Shank. You look like you can handle it. No, I can't handle jail. I can't handle prison. I'm scared to death. That's the rules that I operate under. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. But we got to start being held accountable. And we got to start looking at this picture. We got to start looking at this big picture, because guess what, y'all? I'm 52. So I'm not expected to be around that much longer. Many of you is up in age. We ain't expected to be around that much longer. Look at the generations that we dealing with. Just look at the generations that we dealing with. Look at their mind frame. Look at how they operate. Just look. Look at how they operate. Imagine 3 generations from now. Just imagine. Sometimes I go off, y'all. Sometimes. And I try my best to stick to the demonstration. And, you know, sometimes, because I get emotional. You know, I get emotional. And for me, that's why I love it when y'all are in the chat roasting me. I love it when y'all cutting up in the chat because it keeps me laughing and it keeps me smiling and stuff, because I don't want to get on an emotional roller coaster, you know. But what we're going through and what we're dealing with is serious, man and woman. This is serious. Like, let me jump to the chat, y'all. Let me jump to the chat. Let me mess with the chat, y'all. Tommy says, real talk. Capricorn Chronicles says, he is a human. We have to stop writing things off because we like someone. Chink, salute Chink. Chink says, worser is not a word. Tommy says, salute. Capricorn says, he is a man, not a god. Leslie says, me too, Shank. I can't go to jail or prison exactly. Denithia says, I hear you. Tommy says, only a man not in his right mind is not scared of jail. Only a foolish man think jail make you look like you accomplished something. Leslie says, well, where's your nasty, dirty red? There you go, Leslie. And I did break up with that. I did break up with Sexy Red, so I'm going to let you roast her. I'm going to let you roast her. Thanks for putting a smile back on my face. My mother's keeper says, Shank speaking all facts. And it's just like, you know, and we all want to see change. Let's look at us. Let's look at Black Wall Street. Let's look at Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was not just in Oklahoma. There were Black Wall Streets all over the United States. Black Wall Streets, there were former slaves that built their own railroads, had their own banks, hospitals, grocery stores, and other successful business. They were independent. I mean, they were independent. Farming. Salute, Shano, I see you. So now you had Black Wall Street all over the United States, okay? Now, those were former slaves. Those were black people that were, help me out, because I think Black Wall Street, they recorded that, was it 1919 or 1924? But let's say 50 years out of slavery. And look at how they were able to pull their resources, and look at how they were able to build, right? How is it that we, for 200 years or more, we've been freed, right, from slavery? And how is it that we don't have nothing? And when I say we, I'm talking as a collective body. You got black people, black person, individual doing their thing, but as a collective body, as a collective brotherhood, sisterhood, or organization, where is our Black Wall Streets? It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being independent, because the Mexicans do it. Shout out to the Mexicans. The Mexicans do it. The Jews do it. The Italians do it. That's why I said we got a long way to go But we have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. And when I came up with the idea of the switching lane sector, shout out to the content creators, Shano, Tommy, representing Still Swinging Podcast, Miss Parker, Just Me TT, Not On My Watch, and Perk from Vino Entertainment TV. That's how I vision it. The content creators coming together and just supporting each other. Let's start there. Let's start there. And now that the content creators in the switching lane sector, now that we're gelling together, now that we're there, we're pulling up on each other's demonstration, now we're going to begin to take it a step further. And so any content creators out there that's looking for a sector to get with some content creators and call you home and, you know, come through and support and we return the favor, just let me know. Let me go to let me see this. And I'm not going to hold y'all that much longer. This is not going to be a long demonstration. I'm not going to hold y'all that long.
After a federal indictment last week. But what led up to these federal charges? A series of civil lawsuits that first sounded the alarm on the shocking allegations against.
Because what is the reason? And y'all can help me out. Y'all can drop some answers. What is the real reason that they came for P. Diddy? Do anybody know the real reason why they came for P. Diddy? Let me know.
We're taking a look at all 11 civil suits filed against P. Diddy and where they stand now that he's been arrested. I'm Sierra Gillespie, and this is Law and Crime News. 54-year-old Sean Diddy Combs, a once beloved and celebrated music artist and entrepreneur, now faces federal charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy was indicted by a grand jury last week and taken into custody at a Manhattan hotel. After that, he was booked in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. He's been denied bail twice since then, a federal judge ruling that's where Diddy will remain as he awaits trial. At court appearances last week, Diddy denied the charges and pleaded not guilty. His legal team has been very outspoken, calling the accusations, quote, the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide. After his arrest, Diddy's attorney Mark Agnifilo released a statement saying in part, quote, we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Agnifilo went on to say that Diddy will likely testify at his trial to explain his side of the story. But at trial, we can also expect some strong testimony from government witnesses, likely in the way of civil plaintiffs, whose shocking allegations are what led to Diddy's arrest and indictment in the first place. There have been 11 civil suits filed against P. Diddy in the last year, and it's only apropos to start with a suit filed by Cassandra Ventura, who you probably know as the singer Cassie. Cassie filed her lawsuit on November 16th of last year under the New York Survivor Act. That act meant any sexual assault survivor could file civil suit against their alleged abuser, regardless of the statute of limitations. Several other plaintiffs also filed under the same act. In Cassie's 35-page lawsuit, she lays out the history of her allegedly abusive relationship with Diddy that began when she was just 19 years old. At the time, he was 37. Cassie says Diddy began, quote, almost immediately asserting possession and control over her and inserting himself into all aspects of her career and her personal life. That includes things like forcing Cassie to use illegal drugs and have sex with prostitutes as Diddy watched or masturbated. Cassie's lawsuit also states that multiple times each year, Mr. Combs would violently beat Miss Ventura, leaving bruises on her body. He would later hide Miss Ventura in hotels for days at a time to let her bruises heal. We saw evidence of this brutal abuse when CNN released a graphic video showing Diddy assault Cassie in a hotel hallway. The release of that video led to Diddy posting this one.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. I had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Cassie's locked.
Now, for me, and this just for me, as of right now, that's the only thing that I hold Baby Oil Man accountable for. Even though I know that there are other accusations and other lawsuits and things of that nature. Salute, Precious Jones. Appreciate you for pulling up. That's the only thing as of right now that I hold Baby Oil Man responsible for. Why? We saw the video of him assaulting her. We just saw the video of him giving his apology. I'm gonna take some comments. I'm not gonna hold y'all that much longer. I'm gonna take a few comments and then I'll let y'all get out of here. Salute, Precious Jones. Esther says, feel sorry for me. Leslie says, I think to protect the powers to be, the real money and power. Tommy from Still Swinging Podcast says, for me, bro, he is a drug addict and an alcohol abuser. Hey, bro, it's all in his face. He let himself go. Exactly. You could just see it. And I'll go by what Gene Deal said. Gene Deal said, in the beginning, Baby Old Man wasn't like that. And that was the same thing that Mob James said about Suge Knight. Mob James was like, in the beginning, Suge Knight didn't drink. Suge Knight didn't smoke. Suge Knight didn't pop no pills. In the beginning, Suge Knight was sharp. In the beginning, according to Gene Deal, Baby Oil Man was sharp. What we seeing now, that wasn't Baby Oil Man in the beginning. Tommy says, I just want to know what he thought that video was supposed to do for him. Denithia says, how genuine was he? How genuine was he? No one knows but him and God because I'm not sure. Right, and that'll be something for him and his God. That'll be something for him and God to take up. Tommy says, bruh, that unchecked behavior just snowball. This what happened when you uncheck, when you uncheckable. That's facts. That's facts, Tommy. Esther says, Suge Knight was about his business in the beginning. Exactly. And this is what I'm saying as far as, see, especially for me. And I'm sure, and look, I'm not even going to just say for me. I'm sure we all know is what Tommy said. Uncheckable, when you can't check a person, when you make yourself uncheckable, when your friends, when you got friends around you, it's not that they don't want to check you. It's not that they don't want to say anything to you about what you're doing. It's they know if I say something to him about it, he gonna get mad, and I don't got time to be falling out with him. Or if I say something to her about her behavior, she gonna get mad, and I don't got no time to be falling out with her. Salute, salute, salute. We got somebody from Malaysia. Salute, I can't pronounce your name, but shout out to everybody checking in from Malaysia. But we have to be where as though people can come to us and check us. You know, if especially in a serious manner. Some situations you could say, that's like, okay, we all got a problem with eating what we not supposed to eat. Let me raise my hand first. But you can check me. You could tell me, Shank, you know you're not supposed to be eating that. You know what I mean? But some things, you know, you could be like, but now if you see me just every time I'm on a live, you see me eating Snicker bars, Patty LaBelle pies, then say something to me, roast me, but we got to pull it together, y'all. We got to pull it together. I'm kind of like getting a little emotional because I'm going to have to start covering these cases again, like the Shanquella Robinson case, Justice for Shanquella. Man, I got some cases, man, and you just say, hey, you know, you got to feel for these people. Like, we did the demonstration last night on the Still Swinging podcast. We was talking about Sonia Massey. Danithia says we have to do better. Danithia says Jonathan Quill's case, getting his wife's 16-year-old niece pregnant. Ayanna Sawyer, after sleeping with her and her sister for years, he found out she was pregnant and unalive. Ayanna, why she did not tell? Right. And that be the thing, like, but we got to listen to these victims. We got to listen to these victims. And ladies, hear me out. Most of the times, these situations start with y'all. Most of the times, not all the time. And I'm not saying it that it's your fault. I'm just saying most of the times it starts with y'all. You have to be careful who you entertain, ladies. You have to be careful who you open your legs up to, ladies. You got to know the power of the kitty cat. That's power. Let me talk to y'all. That's power in between y'all legs. You got to be careful who you give it to. All men aren't strong-minded. You got some weak-minded men out here. And these weak-minded men, they are into trying to control you. They are into trying to manipulate you. So you got to be careful. And especially these young girls. I know y'all looking for love. Hey, wait. Do yourself a big favor. Wait to get a boyfriend. I know it look cute. I know it seemed cute and everything. Wait. And there are a lot of females out here who just don't care. And that's just the reality. There are females out here, they don't care. But you got to know, you get yourself in these predicaments, you get yourself in these situations, it's going to be too late. Ain't nothing that nobody can do for you. And please, ladies, please, do not jump in your boyfriend's face. Do not jump in your baby father's face. Do not jump in no man's face and call him a bunch of bitches or a bunch of punk bitches. Don't do that. That's negative. Ladies, females, do not jump in no man's face. Do not jump in no boy's face and start running off your mouth. We're in a different day and time now. We're in a different day and time. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And you got to be careful how you raise your daughters. You got to be careful what you say to your daughters. You got to be careful how you raise your sons. Do your best. Do your best to have men around your son. Do your best to have your son around men. Do your best. If you got to go to the barbershop, take your son to the barbershop and drop him off in the barbershop. You could sit outside the barbershop in the car. Do not sit in the barbershop with your son holding his hands. Do not sit in that barbershop. Let your son be around men and let your son build with men. And if you, because you might feel like, look, I don't trust my son around nobody. So Shank, I'm going to sit in the barbershop with my son. That's fine, ladies. But if you sit in the barbershop with your son and when the men are talking, ladies, just don't say nothing. Because that's men. That's men's time. That's when men get together and bond with each other. Let your son grow up seeing that men have a voice. And not only do men have a voice, men have opinions. Because a lot of times, ladies, a lot of times when men are talking, a lot of times y'all will interfere and y'all will push the narrative how y'all want the narrative to be. Ladies, y'all are not men. But this is what you got to do to help your son. Because one day your son is going to get older and your son is going to become a man. And you don't want to spoil your son. You don't want to pass on your feminine ways and your sensitive traits to your son. And then when your son get in the real world and he get around men, he don't know how to operate as a man. He's around a bunch of men operating like a female. He's around a bunch of men. The men working, we getting it in. He coming in with some feminine ways. Man, we gotta do that. I'm tired, man. You want me to do all that work? Dang. Listen to me, ladies. Turn your son loose. I know that's your baby. I know that's your baby. Turn your son loose. Now, don't have your son around no jokers that's up to no good. Don't get it twisted. Don't have your son around some jokers that's no good. But let your son build with men. And it's better when he's at a young age. So when he get older, you know, he feel it. He see it. He knows. He knows not to have his pants hanging off his ass. He knows how to conduct himself because he around men. Your daughters, don't push your negative energy on your daughters. Don't make your daughters' hearts hard and miserable because yours is hard and miserable. Give your daughters a chance. Let your daughters know the type of men to date. Let your daughters know the type of men not to date. It's okay. It's okay. But you her first teacher. You her first teacher. You got to let her know. You're going to have to make these decisions on your own, but I just need to prepare you. He looks good. That's fine. That's fine. But it's more to a man than his looks. It's more than shank rock than my looks. It's more to a man than how good he could bang your back out. I know you love the feeling. Shit, we love banging y'all backs out. A righteous man, a God-fearing man, love banging your back out, man. Don't get it twisted. But it's more to a man than just him being able to blow you back out. It's okay. It's okay. Let them know. Let them know. Let your daughters know. Do your best to look for a righteous man, not a perfect man. And this righteous man may not be in the church, but the righteous man might be in the church. This righteous man may not be in the mosque, but he might be in the mosque. This righteous man might be locked up. He might not be locked up. So don't think that just because he locked up, he's a bad man. Don't think just because he's in church, he's a good man. No. Because you can have a good man that's been to prison. You can have a good man that's in prison. You can have a good man that's not in the church. You can have a good man in the church. But ladies, it starts with y'all. It starts with y'all. Fellas, we got to step up to the plate. I got to step up to the plate. You got to step up to the plate. We all got to step up to the plate. We in a crisis right now. We looking bad. We looking bad. And I come up in the struggle. We looking bad. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's our fault. It's our fault. It's our fault. You can still do your thing. You can still do your thing. But y'all ain't tired. Y'all not tired, man? I'm tired. I'm tired, you know? And now I see and I get a chance to feel how my mother felt when I was roaming the streets. Because now I see it. I got grandkids. And it's like, I pray, you know, nothing happening to my kids, nothing happening to my grandkids. They say my grandkids is my soft spot. They can do anything. They get away with everything. They come around, your heart just melt. You get all sensitive when they come around. I'm a man that's in tune with who I am. I just had to be corny. I just had to be lame. I just want things to be better for us. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. I just want things to be better. Look, I ain't mean to keep y'all this long. Salute everybody. We over with Just Me TT at 5:45. Check my community wall. She's going to be going over Kim Porter's book. Just Me TT, she's one of the content creators in the sector. She's always supporting us. So if I could get the Rock Squad family, if I could get y'all to pull up over there with me and her, even if y'all don't stay for the whole demonstration, just pull up, make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like button, salute everybody in there, throw up the rocks, let everybody know you representing the Rock Squad. I would like for y'all to hang around the whole demonstration, but I understand. Y'all got things to do, but, you know, we just trying to build up these content creators to bring content. That's all. That's all. And Just Me TT, along with the other content creators, they have good content. They have good content. So there go Perp. Perp is one of the content creators. So I'm just asking for my Rock Squad family. I'm asking for everybody that's in here now. Help me and help the content creators in the switching lane sector. Help us build up this sector so the content creators can get this content out there and we can get in the algorithm and we can attract more subscribers and we can attract. Sure, you can join. You can join. Is you a content creator? If you're a content creator, drop a 1 if you're a content creator. If you're a content creator, drop a 1. And if you are a content creator, put your link in the chat so we can start we can get some people to subscribe to your channel, and then we could bring you in this switching lane sector if you're a content creator. We need help. I need help. Tommy, Still Swinging Podcast, need help. Perp, need help. Just Me, TT, we need help, y'all. We all need help. And this is where it starts, with us supporting each other, supporting our content, to get the content out there. If you pull up for Perp, oh man, Vino in the Perp be dropping jewels. You pull up on Still Swinging Podcast, and that Still Swinging Podcast is me, Tommy, and Pee Wee, but Tommy been holding it down for the past few months. That demonstration that Tommy done yesterday, that was an excellent demonstration. Shano, not on my watch. So we just need the support of the people. All right? I'll see everybody at 5:45. Give me a minute. I'll see everybody at 5:45 over there with Just Me TT. If you don't know how to get to her, just go to my community wall. Go to my community wall. Tomorrow, I will be doing another Shanquella Robinson demonstration. So everybody from the Shanquella Robinson sector, make sure y'all pull up. I want to donate to this noble cause. You could donate to my Cash App if you would like to. My Cash App is $ERICMCINT. Can I get a moderator to put my my Cash App in the chat? Can I get a moderator to put my Cash App in the chat? My Cash App is $ERICMCINT. But for all my Shanquella Robinson sectors, I will be doing a Shanquella Robinson demonstration tomorrow. And like I said, I got some other demonstrations. If you would like to donate to the platform, to the channel, that's the Cash App. And I got some other cases that I'm going to be covering. Salute everybody. I'll see y'all over there with Just Me TT at 5:45, or I'll see y'all back tomorrow for the Shanquella Robinson demonstration. Salute. Oh yeah, the meet and greet. We still having the meet and greet. We're still having the meet and greet. It's going to be Saturday, and we will be doing the meet and greet as well as the balloon release for Shanquella all in one day. Hey, I would love to run for president. I would love to run for president. But the meet and greet along with the balloon release for Shanquella Robinson is going to be Saturday. Ms. Parker, is that the 27th of October or the 28th of October, Ms. Parker? We're going to be doing it all in one day. That way, we're not inconveniencing anybody. That way, we don't have to worry about, people don't have to worry about where they're going to stay. They don't have to worry about, you know, getting money for an Airbnb or getting money for a hotel room. We're just going to have the meet and greet and the balloon release on the same day. So if you're in the Charlotte, if you live in Charlotte, or if you're in the Charlotte area, come on out and hang out with me in the Rock Squad. If you're out of town, and you would like to come in, you know, just let us know. Just let us know. Salute everybody. Peace.